Good morning, Copers. Good morning to everybody except Neaters 2000. You're banned. Shut up. No one cares. No one cares if you like the music. Talk to you never. Sorry, I hate to start off that way, but that's why I don't tolerate people complaining about the music because you're pissing in my cornflakes. I literally am just trying to start the show and I haven't even said two words yet, and it's let me complain about things LP does that I don't like. Well, how about talk to you never? How about that? How about have a nice life? Okay? How about close the stream forever? How's that sound? Good grief. I don't know how many times I gotta say this. I don't know how many times I got to say this, but I do not want to hear it. Thank you kindly. Thank you kindly. Keep it to yourself if you don't like the music. Keep it to yourself. Okay? Or go do your own stream and talk about how much my music choices, whatever you want. You don't have to keep it to yourself, but I don't want to hear it. Keep it away from me specifically. Thank you. Thank you for your attention in this matter. Okay. It is Monday, January 19th. Good morning, Copers. Let's start over. How are you guys doing? Good show today, big show. We're here for a good time. All right, let's not sour the mood. I don't really have much to say. We're just gonna get into the show. I'm gonna go. I think tomorrow, assuming it's still in. I'm gonna go see the 28 years later movie tomorrow, and then so I should be able to do my review on Thursday. I'll let you guys know what I think about the movie on Thursday. And on Wednesday, I'm going to be double checking with these guys today, so I don't know if I can 100% count on them, but Wednesday will be the progress report featuring Paul Miller, aka Gypsy Crusader, and Lily Gaddis will be the guests on Wednesday. That's at 3 o'clock, the normal time. I'm trying to make that the normal time, 3 o'clock Pacific on Wednesday, 6 o'clock Eastern. So check that out. Should be a good show. We're going to go over some of the more interesting clips from last night's YCSP. And anyway, we got I think a big show today, so let's just get into it. Let's get into the news here. Poly Market. Weight loss drugs like Ozempic on track to save U.S. airlines more than $500 million in fuel costs this year. I wanted to matchmaker. I mean, I hope not. I take that as you will. Okay, read into that whatever you want. I'm not going to elaborate, but weight loss drugs on track to save airlines $500 million. I want to touch on this because it's just another reason to hate fat people. You know, hate is such a strong. I was thinking about this morning because like if somebody was like, "Do you hate fat people?" I'd be like, "Well, yeah, I hate fat people." And then there's so much. When you say you hate people, when you say you hate a group, there's so much implied there, you know, like at worst, it's like, oh, you want to genocide them. But I think for a lot of people, it's like, oh, so you wouldn't treat them well. Like you'd be rude. You'd be rude to them or whatever. Like you'd be mean to them. And it's like, well, no, my hate is very intellectual. I actually would probably treat them better than I'm more pleasant, I like to think, in person and kind than the average person who would claim they don't hate anybody. But it's an intellectual kind of hate where it's like you make airplane tickets more expensive. And people have been saying this and people have been saying, you know, why do I have to, if my bag's over 50 pounds, I have to pay more. But somebody who weighs 300 pounds more than me or 100 pounds more, whatever, they get their ticket for the same price. And then people would argue about that and say, well, no, that's for baggage. That's because it's like the baggage handlers can't lift a 50-pound bag, and so they need like 2 people to lift it, which is total bullshit. First of all, the baggage handlers are like black dudes who are just launching your luggage into the spit, whatever. They're tossing it around. Okay, they're not like, oh, this one's 60 pounds. We need 2 guys on this one. First of all. And second of all, even if that was true, this proves that they're making the plane tickets more expensive. So everybody subsidizes fat people in like every aspect of life. If people buy more food, then food is more expensive. If people weigh more, then airplane tickets are more expensive because you need more fuel to take people on an airplane. Healthcare, let's not even get into it. But yes, fat people drive up the price of healthcare. The whole world is more expensive because of fat people, and you as a non-fat person are subsidizing their bad life choices every day of your life. That's reality. Everything a fat person should cost twice as much. And everything I do should be cheaper for me than it is for them, if the world was actually fair. Fat people hate peaked with the passage of Obamacare, and it's been decreasing every year since. Yeah, it's just not fashionable to hate fat people anymore. We got to bring it back. Again, when I'm the czar of academia, when I'm in charge of like who gets study grants, we're gonna do in-depth studies that break down just how much fat people cost the average person, how much money you lose so somebody else can be fat, and then we're gonna fat tax them. Everywhere you go, there's gonna be a scale you have to stand on. Going to buy an airplane ticket, get on the scale. Bus ticket, get on this. You know what I mean? Like you want to ride the city bus or the subway? Get on the scale so we can calculate your ticket price. And nightclubs are going to have like doors that are like this thick, and you can't even go to the nightclub. Which, speaking of which, we got to talk about Clubgate here, okay? I'm just going to get this out of the way at the start of the show because I know everybody wants to know. I know the big question you're all asking yourself is, why weren't you there, LP? And I'm still trying. Look, this hit me out of nowhere. I haven't had a chance to check. I'm assuming my email invite went to spam, probably. I didn't check, but probably that's what happened, is they probably tried to invite me through email and it went into the spam folder, so I didn't get to go clubbing with the boys. But beyond that, you all want to know what to make of this. Is it based? Is it cringe? In these trying, turbulent social upheaval times, you all turn to me to tell, like, LP, is it base or cringe to go clubbing with the boys? And okay, I would actually have like 6 different takes, so we're gonna be stuck on this one for a hot minute. But short answer is it's mostly based. I'm sorry to disappoint everyone who's not a groiper, because I know you all want me to be a hater. You all want me to be a player hater, but it's mostly based, and we're going to explain why. But the only way it would have been fully based is if they invited me. I could have broke out my old fedora, been a sharp dresser. Yo, where the ladies at? Show up like this with a suit on and sunglasses. Yo, where's the ladies at? No. No. Clubbing sucks because you have to actually act cool the whole time. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to why everybody hates clubbing, including me. But I'll be really honest with you guys. I will be really honest with you in a way that most people won't. which is that when I first saw the clips on Twitter of these guys, doing their thing, riding around in their little Tesla bus or whatever, my initial reaction was like, oh, that looks like a lot of fun and I wish I was there. That was like, honestly, I was like, I wish I was there. That would be fun. Okay. I feel like I have to put that out there because on Twitter, if you look at all the replies, it's all like, this is hell. This is like the worst thing I've ever seen. This is the end of the movement. I hate these people. They're all gay or whatever. And you're not really going to hear from people like me who are like, oh man, I'd like to go out clubbing with the boys, once in my life. Because it's fun. You're just out there with dudes. You're cracking jokes. You have some drinks. You smoke some cigarettes. I go do karaoke. I don't know if we're ever going to do it again because now, as you know, my sister-in-law hates me. But we used to, like, once a year, me and Allison and her two sisters and their...
Standard sent $3 clubbing, but it's important to have a little fun every now and then. We can't live life with a stick-up hour every day.
Yes, thank you. This is exactly it. Every once in a blue moon... You go have a little fun. You go have a night on the town, whatever. Me and my family went bowling on Saturday, which is something I've been trying to make happen for a long time because I haven't been bowling in like 15 years. And did I suck. I think I bowled like 75. It was really bad. I used to be halfway decent. I used to be like, I would bowl like 150 or something. But I was so out of practice. Anyway, you gotta have some fun once in a while. So that was what I thought was like, oh, that'd be like fun to be there. So that was one of my initial takes. Okay. Keep that I know. It's for people who know bowling, like that's like, yeah, it was bad. I got like third place out of the 5 of us. Including a woman did better than me. My one sister-in-law who doesn't hate us. She did better than me, but she had gone recently, so it wasn't really fair. They had like gone recently, so it wasn't really fair. But anyway, another take that I had when I was initially looking at this though, and this one's like a little more negative, I guess, is that I was kind of thinking like, okay, you got Andrew and Tristan Tate. These are like almost like the biggest e-celebs there are. Like, thank you, Terrapin. Like they're up there on the level with like the Jake Pauls of the world and like, whoever, like, I don't know, Aiden Ross, like they're like like these guys are billionaires, at least according to them. They own super yachts or they're building like custom super yachts, super rich, like 10 million followers on X and so on. And I kind of looked at it and I thought like, despite being like, I don't know why the power chat's not working. You have kids and you're promoting a bunch of guys.
$3 LP. You have kids and you're promoting a bunch of guys who believe PDF stuff is based. Simon dude.
Standard sent $3 couldn't waterboard that bowling score confession out of me.
Yeah, you guys act like you're good at bowling, but anyway, can I just like do this, please? Thank you. There's like real celebrity and e-celebrity, there's still like a big chasm between those two things. I think it's like slowly closing over time, but I guess the point is like this is the best you can do is hanging out with, you know what I mean, Sneeko, and no offense to Sneeko or Myron or these people, but I'm just thinking like it doesn't have the same prestige as, you know what I mean, if you're like, where's like actual celebrity, rock stars and movie stars, Tom Cruise and like, Ye is a real celebrity, but he's like the exception to the rule who sort of like dipped his toe into the e-celeb world. But in general, there's like a huge gap between those two things where even if you're like the richest, most famous e-celebs, you're still not hanging out with like actual celebrities. There's not like any point to that. It's just something I was thinking about as I was watching this. Like I was kind of thinking like, you know, the Tates, they're like, I don't know, they're like the most like, how do you put it? Like you got all these young guys who are like, oh man, I would kill to like have their life, all the money and cars and women and all that. But it's like, you know, but the best you could do is to hang out with Sneeko and that. No offense to Sneeko, but I'm just saying you're not, you know, Tom Hardy or whoever. You know what I mean? You're not you're not Timothy. What's that guy? Who's that new celeb that's the talk of the town? Charlemagne. You get what I'm saying. Anyway, there's not really any point to that. It's just something I thought. And then the other thing I thought, and this is also kind of a hater comment, is like in the bus, they're doing the Nigga Heil Hitler Kanye song. And then they're in the club and they're doing Nigga Heil Hitler at the club. And I also kind of thought, this is like a reheated joke from the summer. You know, this is the best we can do. This is...
Ked's Dead sent $3 when Wignets have the whole club saying HH. I will listen to their criticisms.
Again, it's like this is the best we can do for a viral moment, is just sort of rehashing a joke that everybody already did in the summer. Not to be a hater, but it's just, I just kind of thought like that's it. And I also thought to myself, beyond like, oh man, I would like to be there, that looks like a lot of fun. Beyond that, I thought to myself, like, why would anybody watch this content though? Like, I would like to be there, but I have zero, like, I can't imagine watching 2 hours of this stream. That's the part I do get it, but it's vicarious living. If you're like, oh man, I got to watch this for 2 hours, it's like you're just living vicariously through other people, which is not my style at all. I'm like, oh, that would be fun to be there, but I'll watch like 5 minutes worth of clips to see if anything funny happens. And I don't understand. Like they're just out at the club. They're riding around in a taxi. Like who's watching this kind of thing? You know what I mean? Okay. And then beyond that, here's why I hate clubbing and everybody hates clubbing. I used to be a raver. You know what I mean? I would go to the rave. I don't know how long it was. It was probably longer than 2 hours. I have no idea. I think it was on Clav's stream. Like, I don't, you know, usually these things are like, they just go 6-8 hours, whatever. I have no idea. Might meet your future spouse through. Well, I told people this when I was living in Montreal. I ran a bowling club that I like organized through Facebook events, and I would invite my friends on Facebook. People maybe don't use Facebook anymore, but this was like, you know, 13, 14 years ago. And it's a good way to like cross-pollinate your friend groups, because your friends bring their friends and then you meet people, and there were like at least flings that resulted. I don't know about any marriages, but definitely people were getting laid, including yours truly. Thank you very much. So I would go to, anyway, off topic, I would go to raves and I would do ecstasy, and I would just get like totally, and you know, whatever else, and just get totally like spasticated on the dance floor. You know what I mean? Like I would just be off in my own little world, throwing down like a wild man. And you can't, like, people don't do that at the club. The club is a totally different thing where it's all about just like trying to look cool. And this, in the few clips that I saw, this really came across. You know, it really came across as like, And when you're streaming it, you're just adding a whole nother layer to it of like in the, and I also thought this came across. I thought everybody looked a little bit on edge in the clips that I watched. Like they were trying to look like they were having so much fun that I'm really over analyzing this, but this is what people want. You want to hear. So they're trying to have so much fun that it comes across as like a stressful, you know what I'm like just under the surface of like, you're laughing a little too hard at the jokes. That wasn't that funny. You're kind of tense. You're kind of like, oh man, you know, now there's an awkward silence. And it's this whole thing of like, we're in front of the whole internet. The internet's full of haters. Everybody's going to be hating. And if I do one misstep, it's gonna be the whole viral, the whole takeaway from this thing. It's like when Nick did that hotel room stream with Jake Lang and at AvPack 2 summers ago, and then the whole thing was Nick like was sitting with his leg up, cross-legged, and it looked kind of gay. You know what I mean? Yeah, Nick looked the most sort of on edge, which I don't totally makes sense because he was the one most out of his element, right? And also the one who is going to be criticized the most. And also the reason, did I not say Jake Shields? I meant Jake Shields. Did I say Jake? Anyway, Nick, also the reason that this was like a bigger story than it would have been without him, obviously, because all these other guys are kind of like red pill goofballs where this is just on brand for them. So Nick being there gave it the extra element of like something sort of out of the ordinary. And he, because he was out of his element, right? Everybody's like looking at this like, oh, how is Nick going to do at the club? Is he going to have the, and I thought, this is just my read, but I thought he seemed a little bit on edge, like he was trying to hide it. And they kind of all did. Maybe I would say Clav was probably the most relaxed. And I would attribute that to that. Like, I think this is what he wants to do. Like that, like there's nowhere Clav would rather be than this kind of thing, because it's sort of like he's the image guy, and it's like this, and that's what clubbing is. It's image. It's looking cool, which is why it's like stressful, and normal people don't want to do it because you can't have fun. You can't get spasticated on the dance floor. You can't wear your stupid fedora and be a goofball. Everybody's got to be super cool all the time. So, you know, that I think that's part of why everybody's looking at it and being like, oh, this looks like hell, because it kind of is. Of course, going clubbing with your nobody friends and like going clubbing with a bunch of rich, famous, you know, dudes is not exactly the same thing. Like, it would be fun to be with those guys because you're kind of like the talk of the town. Like everybody in the club is like talking about you. There's an added element of excitement that would make it fun, in all fairness, to be there. But I don't know. I'd rather just go bowling. At the end of the day, I'd rather just go bowling. We got to work on my score.
They don't understand the things I say on Twitter.
Did they invite Sam Hyde? Where's Sam Hyde? That's the fresh guy. Can you smoke cigarettes in the club now? Or is that like yeah, he's smoking a cigarette. Is that illegal? Anyway, so that's Clubgate. If you look at the comments, it's like, it's so much hating or calling them feds or whatever. This is the least cool thing I've ever seen. This is not Oriful, etc., etc. Haters gonna hate. That's the internet. And I think, like, for everybody who's like this, okay, this tweet here, this is a viral tweet with 6 million views. This may be the trigger that sends their entire movement into complete collapse. It's like, no, dude, that everybody's talking about them. That's the point. The whole point of going out and doing this and streaming it and making a spectacle of it is so that everybody talks about it, which is what you're doing. So they win. You get 6 million views. These guys win because everybody knows who they are. The club put out a statement. The club had to disavow the nigga Hail Hitler's Roman salutes getting thrown up. But they did it in a very like general way of like, oh, we don't support hate speech, but they didn't condemn the people. Oh, we got our Jewish partners, blah, blah, blah. We're going to add safeguards and procedures. We take this matter seriously. It's like, and it's so weird because it's literally just like a Kanye West song, you know, one of the biggest celebrity rappers of all time. And you can't even like play his song. That's my 2 cents on Clubgate. More than 2 cents, I guess. But moving on. Finn Wolfhard parodies Clavicular on SNL in a skit featuring Aesop Rocky.
We're low-key 12 years old, except Kyler's 13. He's unk.
Bro, chill.
And we got a guest homie joining us this week, my 16-year-old cousin who is low-key famous on Twitch, Micah. It's an honor.
Nah, chill. Yeah. Now, honor's all mine, fellas. Big fan of the pod.
So, Micah, you're obviously, like, cool as hell. Tell us about your stream, bro. Like, you talk about facial structure?
Yeah, so I'm a looks-maxing.
He kind of looks like Clav a little bit, actually. It's just in the visual way, it is kind of funny.
Giga Chad. Basically, I discuss mogging, mandibular growth, and achieving Sigma status by breaking my jawbone and pulling
Messing up his lines.
high-level talent.
So sick.
Fuck, so sick, bro. Yeah, sick, yeah.
Nice to meet you as well, Micah.
Pleasure's all mine. I just wanted to say that we are looking at unprecedented levels of Chaddom right here, fellas. Check the profile.
Gay. Wait, Aesop Rocky is black? Okay, I was thinking of Aesop Rock, who is a totally different guy. I was like, Aesop Rock is in an SNL skit? That's weird. He's like this fringe backpack rapper who's honestly, I never thought he was very good, despite trying so hard to be like intellectual, to do like or whatever. I never really thought Aesop Rock was all that good. Is he Jewish too? Bavitz, Ian Matthias Bavitz. I never thought this guy was any good. Hold on. Best Aesop Rock song. This is like surprisingly new though. This is from 9 months ago. This guy's 49 years old. So this is a like 50-year-old rapper here. Like every Aesop Rock song I've ever heard, which is like he sat there with a thesaurus. He's like a rapper. He sounds like a rapper who sits around with a thesaurus looking for big words to throw in his song. And there's like, there's no flow. You don't know what the fuck it's like he's not even saying anything. I'm the biggest Aesop Rock hater. I'm his biggest hater. His flow is intentionally unflowful. Okay. Anyway, I was like, what? Aesop Rock? That's weird. Moving on. Sorry to the fans. Aesop is the GOAT. I don't know, man. I don't think so. You know who's like, do you guys know Slug, or also known as Atmosphere? He's like a good version of that. He's like a good version of that. Now I have to show you what Aesop Rock would sound like if he was good. Bear with me, guys. I'm sorry. Atmosphere. DJ Vadim. Anyway, sorry. I love music. I like to talk about music. If we lived in the white ethno state, I would just be Anthony Fantano. And then SNL apparently also made a skit where they were making fun of the Stranger Things scene where he comes out, but then I don't know, this guy like deleted the tweet because I don't know, everybody's being homophobic or something. Or like people were like angry at SNL, like, look at who thought this was okay after all the homophobia from this scene. And then I tried to find it and then I thought I did, but it wasn't funny at all. SNL, Stranger Things. They have like multiple. Okay, so it's this one here. It's not even like homophobic is the thing. The whole joke is about how the scene is too long.
This is coming out scene is still going on.
Guys, I'm gay. Meaning the courage to tell you the truth. And the truth is, I am gay. Zing at all of your faces. And you should know that I like D. And D, Dungeons and Dragons, just like you guys.
So the joke is just that the scene is like long. JF Gary Epi put out, he's lost weight, by the way. Spoiler alert. JF looking absolutely svelte is put out a call to Chinese women that want to come and get inseminated in his Canadian shack.
Late and gay. Happy Robert E. Lee Day. Martin Luther We Was King's Day is out.
Oh yeah, a lot of you freaks don't even have to work today. And here you are, you're here giving me a hard time. You don't even have to work today.
This is my message to the Chinese woman. John Gon Yu Shime. Tadzia Hao. What's full-on slow had zali IP?
Okay, so he does a whole thing in Asian and Chinese, and then
I believe there will be a massive.
And then he explains after.
So, in short, what I explained to the Chinese woman is it is time to send me an email and get the full experience of French-European sex in a Canadian shack. I believe there will be a massive migratory movement of females.
Sent $5.
How come that didn't show up in the regular chat? Thank you, Cat Respecter.
From China.
Appreciate you, buddy.
I have presented my knowledge of Chinese culture. I have presented my ability to speak Mandarin and to respect her culture. And I am offering a wife position to any Chinese woman who is willing to move to Canada. And I explained that she will have everything she needs. I have black vinegar. I have the ability to make xiaolong bai. I have rice flour. She will be able to prepare anything.
I have everything you need. I have rice. Everything you need.
She doesn't have to work. Come here, ladies. You're going to have fun. And you're going to experience true white sex.
Did you say true white sex?
That is what I had. You're going to have fun and you're going to experience true white sex. that is what I had to say. I'll be uploading this to TikTok. Hopefully they.
Oh no!
Hopefully my channel will start popping.
Not JF going passport, bro. This is what. See, this is like the what do you call it? The secular marriage to passport bro pipeline, something like that. It's not just that he's secular, but I pointed this out after his last relationship fell apart, which is JF took this girl and like moved her to like some rural shack in Alberta where she didn't know anybody. And I try to explain to JF is like women need like a social life. They need friends. They need family. They want to be around their parents, their siblings, you know what I mean? They want to have like gatherings on holidays with their family. Now JF wants to bring a Chinese woman from China where she will know nobody and literally have nobody except him. And it's going to end badly. It's probably going to end badly because women are not meant to be isolated and have only a man and only their children. This is like a weird perversion of the trad idea. What you're supposed to have a community. You're supposed to, take your woman to church on Sundays where she sees people she knows and she gets to socialize with them for a few minutes a week. Women are not meant to be locked up in a house with just one crazy Frenchman, even if they're Chinese. I just don't think it's going to end well. And I've been trying to community pill JF on my stream, but I'm getting the impression he's not watching. I'm getting the impression he's not a coper if this is what he's doing, if he's going the passport
The Orthodoxer sent $3 as a miscegenation maxer. It's a Jover. Also, I'm working today too.
It's really never been more Jover. Thank you, the Orthodoxer. Yeah, burn the rice, pay the price. Don't say we didn't warn you. N-word shouter arrested after video goes viral. So you probably would have seen this in YCSP last week. At least I think I had it in there. I meant to. This guy was shouting the N-word at a security guard in a parking lot somewhere.
Get out of here. I'm going to kick the...
Yeah, he's in the middle of nowhere in Alberta because he was afraid that like CPS was going to come after him in Quebec. So he moved to Alberta in some like rural place. And he took his new girlfriend with him. And then they don't know anybody there. And then she left after like a year or two.
Out of you. You do it now? Yeah. Take a shot, mother. Get out of here. Yeah, I'm a citizen, you fat. You're a. Oh, hell no. You're a.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, you're good.
Okay. What are you gonna do? It's free speech. You fat, ugly.
In front of the little kid. Okay, so that happened, and then it says here that the police showed up. They called the police. The police showed up. He was gone. So they put out an arrest warrant. And then he caused another disturbance on Thursday at a Marriott hotel where he was staying as a guest. And he got a police escort out and taken to jail. Front desk employee called and told police he's being hostile and asked for him to be removed and criminally trespassed. Police report he was being aggressive, yelling at the employees, and he was also talking to himself. He refused to leave, but he complied. He told the police he suffers from schizophrenia, paranoia, and mental health disabilities. So, kind of sounds like this guy's a menace to society who probably should be dealt with in some way. But having said that, they obviously only went after him in the first place because he's a white guy saying the N-word. Black people spurg out in public all the time, and they don't put out arrest warrants and go hunting for them. But if you're a white guy who says the N-word, they will come after you, just like they went after Shiloh LaBeouf. What's her name? Is it Shiloh LaBeouf? And that Chud guy, what's his, Chud the Builder? What's his name? He's got like legal problems. Actually, I think I might have seen him say they got dropped. I don't know. Anyway, XAI has sued Ashley St. Clair in Texas federal court for breaching terms of service by threatening lawsuit over Grok deepfakes. Dude, do not get on Elon's bad side, man. So let me get this straight. It's against the terms of service to threaten a lawsuit on X against X, and they will sue you for doing that. Well, if you're Ashley St. Clair, they will, apparently. Inarguable breach of contract. Let's see. Generative AI known as Grok. Terms of service obligate defendant to bring any disputes between herself exclusively in this court or the state court. Oh, so they're like suing her over threatening the wrong jurisdiction. That's what. So this is normal for these social media sites. In the terms of service, it says if you have a lawsuit, you have to take it to court. Usually like here in California for YouTube or whatever. I mentioned this because that one guy like took YouTube to some fake human rights tribunal in Europe and he won. YouTube like didn't even show up or whatever. And then he was crying about how they didn't give his channel back. And I was like, if you read the terms of service, you have to like sue them in California court if you want your channel back. Which Donald Trump did, and they gave Donald Trump like $24 million. I really would like to see some of these censorship cases get pursued in court, but it's really hard to do if you're not rich. So this is like, you know, in my opinion, this is like a slap suit. This is lawfare. That Elon is just filing out of spite to make Ashley's life difficult. So she said, I'm going to sue him in New York or whatever. And they're like, okay, we're going to do it in court. We're going to preemptively sue you so that it's in Texas, not New York. The amount in controversy exceeds $75,000. That's for attorney. Let's see. We seek damages for breach of forum selection clause, including attorney's fees incurred in defending, given that such attorney's fees will easily exceed $75,000. Blah, blah, blah. So, dude. What is this? This is like Captive Dreamer with dreadlocks. I've seen this meme. But again, I'm getting too old. I don't really get it. Okay, Christina Pushaw and James Fishback going at it on X. I haven't talked about James Fishback. Did I watch the new Game of Thrones? No. I tried to watch season 1 and it was really bad and full of black people. And I was surprised when they made a season 2 because I thought season 1 was unwatchable garbage. If you asked me what season 1 was about, I couldn't even tell you. It was so bad that I just like, it was, you know, I put it on in the background while I'm working, but it's like, I could usually give you like some kind of idea of what it was about, but I just like tuned it out because it sucked so bad. And then I saw somebody on Twitter say season 2 is so much worse than season 1, and I thought, how is that even possible? This channel on YouTube is called The Daily Cope. Fishback on progress report soon. I don't like him. Sorry. Am I supposed to like him? I don't like him. And he just seems like a meme candidate to me. And that's why I haven't talked about him at all, because I don't take him seriously. He's not going to win. It's like he's doing the election for social media clout. That's what it seems like to me. This isn't a guy who thinks he's going to become governor of Florida, but he's just like gaining followers on social media. Yeah, too slick. Yeah. He's not even that slick, but it's like he's trying. He's trying to be slick. So that, you know, I don't like the guy and I don't want to talk about him, but some kind of controversy between him and Christina Pushaw. So she says, in October 2025, I met Fishback after he sent me a direct message on X. I appreciated his commentary on conservative politics and Florida for 2 months. And for people who don't know, Pushaw is like Ron DeSantis's press secretary or something like, or consultant. She works for DeSantis. Okay. For people who don't know. For 2 months, we spoke frequently. I offered advice on his gubernatorial campaign. I was never working for him. I never received any form of compensation, and I never informed the governor of my communications with him. I guess the controversy for Pushaw here is that it's like she was moonlighting for a rival candidate while working for DeSantis. Although I disagreed with his campaign rhetoric increasingly over time as it became more extreme, I still consider James a friend. We never had any romantic or sexual relationship whatsoever. Last week, I had to cut ties with James Fishback because I learned that he had deceived me, violated my trust, and lied about me to numerous people in media and politics. One matter that he deceived me about pertained to allegations that he had behaved inappropriately with minors in his Incubate Debate League. I was recently informed of allegations involving additional minors. When I cut ties with Fishback, I told him that he would be more likely to go to prison than the governor's mansion if he kept up his pattern of deception and fraud. Fishback reacted by becoming paranoid and delusional, accusing me of threatening him and directing FDLE, what is that, Florida Department of Legal Law Enforcement. Florida Department of Law Enforcement to investigate him. That absolutely never happened. FDLE is an independent law enforcement agency that I have no control over. If there is an FDLE investigation into Fishback, I'm not aware of it. Since then, perhaps to get ahead of any news of the investigation that he believes is coming, Fishback has been spreading deeply personal, hurtful, and false rumors about me. He has claimed that we were romantically involved. He has even threatened to falsely accuse me of sexual harassment. So, I mean, one of these people is lying and crazy, minimum. Bare minimum takeaway right out the gate is that one of these people is a liar. At minimum, maybe both. I wish Cody would revise. Cozy would. So do I, man. So do I. They got to bring Ethan Ralph back. He's the only one who can save it. Unfortunately, Nick has made it clear that that's not going to happen. Based on some of his recent statements to me, I believe he is willing and able to fabricate or doctor text messages and conversations to harm my reputation. Well, if that was true, that's an easy lawsuit. See, I don't know who to believe between these two people, but I'm sort of, when you say stuff like this, it sort of makes me lean towards believing the other guy. When you say, I think he might fabricate text messages, you guys, so don't believe anything he says. I'm kind of like, oh, so you sent him some crazy text messages and you want me to think they're fake? Because otherwise, if he really published fake messages, you would just sue him, you know? I believe he is dangerous. I've asked him to stop contacting me in any way, and I truly did not want to share this statement publicly, but by threatening to smear me, he has left me with no choice but to speak out. I'm ashamed that I ever spoke to Fishback or offered any help to his campaign at all, even in an informal capacity. I apologize to LG J. Collins, his wife Layla Collins, and Congressman Brian Donalds for anything I said to Fishback about them that coarsened the primary campaign and made it more toxic than it needed to be. And from the bottom of my heart, I am sorry to Governor DeSantis and First Lady DeSantis for any embarrassment that my communication with James Fishback might ever bring on this office. Again, sort of a subtext that there is something embarrassing in there, might ever bring. So you're saying there's something in there to be embarrassed about. They had no idea and would have never have condoned my communication with him. I am afraid of James Fishback. I believe he is a vindictive, dishonest, and fundamentally selfish actor who is using this gubernatorial campaign to distract from his significant financial and legal problems. I'm terrified that he will weaponize his platform against me to destroy me for my crime of getting angry at him and cutting off contact. Well, why would he care about that unless you guys were in some kind of relationship? All I wanted was for him to leave me alone and allow us both to move on. Again, sounds like relationship talk. Now, I did see Fishback had gone on. Nick has received a 7-figure sponsorship program from a company that sponsored Mark Levin. So this is the gold company thing he was talking about.
Nick's saying, you're saying truly, when are you going to take the gold deal? I heard that was a big deal.
I think I'm going to take it, yeah.
I think you should.
What is the deal? Well, it's just like a gold sponsorship.
Okay.
You know, people are buying gold, and the reason why I have to take it is because it's Mark Levin's old sponsor.
Oh, okay.
So it's an old Mark Levin gold sponsor, and they said, I don't like Mark Levin anymore. I want to support you. So they're taking his deal and giving it to me. So otherwise, I don't think I would have taken it, but I have to just mod Mark Levin. Just on account of.
Is it a big deal?
Yeah, it's like a 7-figure deal.
Not bad.
Yeah, so it'll be,
not bad. Yeah, not bad. Yeah. Yeah, not bad. Noble Gold is paying me. What would be my yearly take? I think it was $1,500 a month, so not quite 20K. I was getting not quite 20K. What I was getting? Wait, what's the math? I can't even do the math. Hold on, I'm in Mensa. I can do this. So 12,000 for the 1,000, and then another 6,000, 18,000. Boom, Mensa math. I didn't even use my calculator. Okay, so yeah. A 7-figure, not bad. Not bad. It's all right. Yeah, you're doing okay.
Shift Demeanor sent $10 on Rumble _.
Thank you, Shift Demeanor. Thank you for the dono. You know, I think it's so hard to get a sponsorship that isn't pure scum in this business. Really, gold is like about as good as it's going to get. So yeah, you may as well take it.
Well, I don't want to get ahead of myself. You know, we're negotiating it, but it'll be an interesting deal. It'll be the first sponsorship because I only do super chats and merch and subs.
I was going to say, man, it's really difficult for you. Well, I mean, it's...
Watch it, sons. You're on thin ice with that one. I'm still lolling at people who believed the story about him receiving 250K in Bitcoin from a suicidal guy in France. I mean, I believe that. If you're going to commit suicide, and you're a young guy with no family, why wouldn't, and you have a whole bunch of Bitcoin, you had to do something with it. Candace is such a vindictive bitch, man. So what? That money actually came from the feds so that he would go. They paid him to go to J6 and make J6 happen. What a stupid bitch. She needs to get sued more. Anyway, I was looking for my book. I was gonna go into my bookmarks to get, because there's the backlash clip. I think Jewish Miami nightlife mogul David Grutman is banning clavicular from all Miami nightclubs. Wow. So wait, one Jew owns all the... So if you do something Jews don't like, they can just ban you from every single nightclub in Miami?
Perfect audio today, LP.
Thank you. I forgive you. European elegance. What? Cowardly turned off mentions. Oh, European elegance was like the something to do with the club. Anyway. Oh, Nicki Minaj. Usually before the show I go down and I'm with the kids for like 20 minutes, but I check my phone, and we're going to get to the Don Lemon thing, but there's like a Nicki Minaj tweet where she says, Don cocksucking lemon is disgusting. Okay. You know what? I'm starting to come around. On Nicki Minaj nationalism. Don cocksucking lemon is disgusting. All right, here's the thing I was looking for. DeSantis aide Christina Pushaw attacks James Fishback after he reportedly refused to drop out and endorse Jay Collins for governor. Is DeSantis is not running for governor again? Is he out?
It wasn't just DeSantis. There was like a whole team of people behind him, including a woman, I think her name is Christina Pushaw. What are your thoughts of Christina Pushaw? Does she have any connections or...
So this was like weeks ago or like a month ago or so. I think this was before Christmas, I think.
Relationship with your campaign?
She doesn't. You know, I found Christina to be a friend. I had dinner with her a couple months ago and stayed in touch with her. You know, what I would say is that the DeSantis administration, by and large, has been an incredibly successful operation. I think there's always going to be disagreements within staff about how something is done or why it wasn't done a certain way. But I would judge the governor by what he's done for our state consistently in education, especially during COVID. And then on the Israel question, I certainly would not have met with Netanyahu like Jay Collins did.
It wasn't just DeSantis.
Yeah, that was boring. Hold on. What was this guy saying? It seems like LP is pushing Nick Fuentes. They're all a bunch of pedos and sympathizers. Yeah, I like Nick. Seethe about it. Cope and seethe. Seattle Mayor Katie Wilson explicitly... It's funny because it's a lot easier to like Nick now than it used to be like 3 years ago. 3 years ago, like, there was so many haters, and then he kind of like broke through, and now that he's like popular and mainstream, he has actually like a lot less haters in a weird way. Like a lot of people flipped when they saw that he started to actually like go on, because he goes on these like he goes on Piers Morgan and he like destroys Piers Morgan, you know what I mean? And then he like all like those kinds of things, and then people are like, oh, this guy's actually not so bad. So it's actually like easier. There's still haters, but it's less now. So if you guys think I'm gonna start, you're gonna flip me now, you're kidding yourselves. It's way easier to like Nick now than it used to be. Seattle Mayor Katie Wilson explicitly confirms she will not investigate claims of Somali daycare fraud. So the mayor of Seattle, because we had these people going around, going to these fake... Hold on. Who the fuck's this Glass Joe guy? I'm so tired of this. Anybody who asks me if I'm Jewish now, I'm just banning them. Banning. Goodbye. Oh, you like Nick? You must be Jewish. Fucking kill yourself, you stupid retard. Yeah. Why am I even still on? Point proven. I mean, that's the joke. That is the joke, but yeah, I don't like you either, so bye. Bye. Oh, you like Nick? You must be Jewish. What are we even doing, man? What are we even You like Hitler? Are you Jewish? You must be Jewish. It's so stupid. That's the worst part. It's like personal and offensive, but it's more than anything, it's just fucking stupid. You're an oxygen thief trying to share my space. Get out. Nick says fellow traveler. Well, I'm assuming that means like I read that and I instantly read it as Jewish. So if I misunderstood that, that's my bad. But I read that and I 100% read that as that guy's calling me Jewish. State of emergency in Guatemala. Fellow traveler is a phrase that's used in the book Camp of the Saints, which refers to actually like white race traders in that book. So I don't think that's what that guy meant. I'm just intuitively assuming it meant Jewish, but and that's what it means in Camp of the Saints. It means you're like a white race trader because you're like a fellow traveler. The other travelers in that book are like the Indian hordes.
$3. You might as well be a chose person. You support a dude who defends PDF files. The truth hurts.
You might as well
The
be a
Orthodox
choose
sent
person.
$3. I like Nick a lot, even though I think he has a few retarded takes. But the Nick
person, unfortunately, if you're gonna super chat, there's not much I can do. There's not much I could do but take the money and try to not let it keep me up at night. Yeah, I know fellow traveler colloquially means like-minded. I know that. Maybe I shouldn't have banned that guy on Odyssey. It's just like it screamed like he was calling me a Jew in my head. Maybe I'm paranoid. I don't know. You know what? I'll unban. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna unban both of those guys. Let me go to my settings. just watch it. Hold on. How do you account? No, how do you do this on Odyssey? You know what? Wait, system? I used to do this all the time, but I don't see it now. Content. Sorry, this is kind of like I'm kind of having like a chill show where I just don't care. I used to do this all the time, but I don't see it now. I don't know this is why we were like listening to Aesop Rock and shit. It's because I just don't really care that much today. So sorry, but also it's not you. Usually it's a bit of a tighter ship, but I just don't care right now. Just so you know. I can't figure out. I used to unban people all the time on Odyssey, but it's like disappeared. Creator analytics. Well, the moment's passed. I guess you're staying banned. I can't find it. Account, content, sending. It's not on here. I guess you're staying banned, guys. Channels.
Ying Yang sent $3. Chosen person $3 well spent.
Thank you. What kind of name is Ying Yang? And are you Soul Divider? Because you chat the same way as that other guy. All right, I was gonna unban you, but I can't figure it out. I'm sorry. It's real boomer hours. How did that disappear? Notification. Where did it go?
LP Settings Blocked and Hidden Channels Manage Link on the far right.
It's not there. Look, so okay, you can't see it because this. And it's not on here. So look, settings, right? Settings. Oh, blocked and hidden channels. Abrupt and okay. Pure blood. You're getting a second chance at life, and so is Glass Joe. Okay. Jeez.
Area Lubermensch sent $3. Please don't ban me.
God.
I think you are a good Jew.
Oh my God. So, they went around Seattle where there's also a bunch of fake child care
Joe sent
daycares.
$5. I don't even want you to unban me, Uri. I was insulting you, Jew.
That's funny because that's not the real Glass Joe, and I almost fell for it. I almost like instantly snapped and rebanned him. That's good. But I know it's not the real one because he's too cheap to ever actually send a super chat. Seattle Mayor Katie Wilson explicitly confirms she will not investigate. Investigating the massive theft of millions of taxpayer money is just dividing and conquering, and she refuses to ask police to look into it.
I mean, I don't think it needs to be explained why it's problematic to have random people showing up to daycares. Yeah, I mean, I think the fear in the Somali community is real. The fear in immigrant communities are real, so we're taking that very seriously.
Along those lines, have you asked anyone to follow up on the fraud claims either to the Department of Immigrant and Refugee Affairs or SPD?
No.
So there's, as far as you're concerned right now, there's no reason to suggest there's any sort of fraud?
This whole issue is not really about fraud, right? It's about dividing and conquering. It's about making an immigrant community a target, right? There's no reason to assume based on the identity of a daycare operator that their small business is doing anything
Area
wrong.
Lubermensch sent $3 if you super chat me. There's not anything I can do except take the money. Also, perhaps and paranoid. Not beating the allegations, bucko.
Well, because I'm like neurotic and greedy, is what you're saying? Yeah. Yeah. Well, look, we're all a little bit Jewish on a bad day. You catch an Aryan on a bad day, he's going to be acting a little bit Jewish. It is what it is. So there is no fraud, and whatever you do not go. Stop looking for it. Stop showing up. Look, because these are totally legitimate businesses, and the fact that there's no children there at the daycares, that's just divide and conquer. Okay. In Minneapolis, wait, is it, why I keep getting Minneapolis and Minnesota mixed up, and then now I can't even ever remember which one is which. I'm a really bad American. It's Minnesota, right? Where the churches are and all that, and the George Floyd stuff. Or no, is it Minneapolis? Somebody save me in the chat. Anyway, where the Renee Good was shot by ICE, there's been this slow simmer coming to a boil situation, which is continuing. People are getting the leftists are getting, it's both. They're the same place. That makes sense. Okay, so Minneapolis is the state, and the city, or no, wait, vice versa.
Donald Duck Hater sent
We all know.
$5 on Rumble. We're almost at the Somalian fraud is real, and here's why it's a good thing stage.
Yeah. Who names these places? What kind of Comanche Native American names are? No, I'm just joking. Anyway, so the protests have been gaining steam. You know, the immediate, like, Monday after my stream was called, like, we don't riot for white women, because it seemed like it was kind of like blowing over. It seemed like it wasn't this powder keg situation where it had exploded, but now we're seeing it's gaining steam slowly and surely, and doesn't show any signs of cooling off or calming down currently. And on Sunday, they busted into this church to yell at the people worshiping about how they should be doing more to protect Somalis. It really is reminiscent of 2020 BLM type stuff. You have all these fat black women.
Rapidly sent $5, took out a loan to send this tunnel. I hope it ends up back in Jewish pockets.
Thank you.
Renee, good!
By the way, note the demographics of the people at the church are like super white. And this is kind of an aside for the pagan bros who hate Christians. Churches are like the most segregated places in America. And when you go to like a white church, it's like 98% white. It's like that here where I go in Olympia. Olympia is actually like a fairly white place, so it's not that crazy. But like, I like going to church, man. You go, it's white people. They're well dressed and groomed. You see beautiful women wearing nice clothes. There's kids. Everybody has, like, not everybody, but there's a whole bunch of families with a bunch of children. You know, you feel like you could almost feel for like an hour like society isn't dying. Yeah, and I mean, the segregation is by choice. I'm not saying they turn away non-white people at the door. Obviously, they would never do that. It's just the way it plays out. Yeah, I like, well, it's rock music, but yes.
Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you?
See, I like good reaction from the pastor to say shame on you.
People, why are you not at Whipple every day fighting for the humanity, standing for our people? Where are you? You drink your coffee, you got your jewelry, you have your nice clothes, but what do you do? What do you do to stand for your Somali and Latino communities? I'm not going to comment. You have no comment, exactly. You... Renee, good! Renee, good!
Sent $3 on Rumble. IITSBLM, Levy Armstrong is the fat female leader. She is a BLM lawyer. And Katie Wilson is a Jew.
Yeah, so it literally is BLM. Oh, the Seattle mayor's a Jew? Is that real? These people, man. I'm trying so hard to not be racist. I'm just joking. I'm not trying at all. Gave up that fight a long time ago. Grok, is the mayor of Seattle Jewish?
Checking that for you.
current mayor of Seattle, Katie Wilson, isn't Jewish. The only Jewish mayor in the city's history was Bailey Gatzert, way back in the 1870s.
All right. Well, I'm still anti-Semitic. Maybe I would have been a little bit more, but you never go down. This is an old LP joke about the every single time thing. It's where it's not literally every single time, but it doesn't matter because all the times that it's not Jews, that doesn't register. It only registers when it is a Jew, and then you have confirmed proof. But when you're like, oh, that person must be Jewish, and you look it up and they're not, you're just like, oh, whatever. On to the next one. Some people saying Grok is wrong. You guys were trying to tell me Elvis is Jewish on Friday. And for anybody who missed the Saturday show, I looked into that and he's like 6% Jewish. So let's not get too carried away, okay? Elvis is up in Aryan heaven partying with all the white people. Christian, good, godly Christian man. That's a little bit of a meme too if you watch the Saturday show. King Jewish called in to argue about how Elvis is burning in hell. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Well, his great grandmother was Jewish, which would put him, as I said, at about 6%.
All these comfortable white people who are living lavish, comfortable lives while children are dragged into concentration camps. You're living real life, nice lives with your lattes, doing absolutely nothing for your Latino and Somali brothers and sisters. You come here to a man wearing a suit as a preacher. Did Jesus wear a suit? Did Jesus prophet?
He's wearing a suit. It's like, yeah, that's part of why I like going to church, because people actually like act like they care about themselves. You know, you can't. It's funny because all the filthy poor people, all the stupid, filthy poor people that I hate, they spend their money on drugs and alcohol. You know what I mean? It's not even like they don't have money. They just spend it on drugs and alcohol. But that's okay with this guy. If you spend all your money on drugs and alcohol, you're like a saint. You're a good person because you don't have any money to show. You don't have any way to show your money. But if you buy a suit, you're a bad person. Jesus never wore a suit.
Off the words? No, Jesus.
They're not even dressed up. Yeah, well, I mean, we're talking relatively speaking. Yeah, I don't wear a suit when I go to church. I wear my hoodie sometimes. Not everybody's dressed up, but I'm saying relatively speaking, because go on a subway sometime and just look around you. I've said this before. Everybody is like an ugly, you go out in public, in general public, and everybody is like an ugly, dysgenic, poorly groomed freak, and they're wearing like pajamas, Jessica, okay? They're wearing like sweatpants, or they're literally wearing, you see fat women and they're wearing pajamas on the subway and they look like they haven't showered in 3 days. So yeah, the people at church actually look nice by comparison. You just like put on a nice, plaid button up and you look way nicer by comparison.
With dying with immigrants. You do not touch me. Touch me again and see what happens. Hey, you can't. You are a fake Christian. Why are you not standing with your Somali and Latino communities? Why do I not see you out at Whipple every day protesting this attack?
Why do I not see you protecting the Somali? Hold on, I was banning that guy. I want to track with this guy's what's happening here. So this guy in his nice little vest. Look, this guy's got a tie and a vest. What do you mean they're not dressed up? Blue jeans, yeah, okay, but he's got a tie on for crying out loud. Can't even remember the last time I put an actual tie on.
See what happens.
Hey, you can't. You are a fake Christian. Why are you not standing with your Somali and Latino communities? Why do I not see you out at Whipple every day protesting this attack on humanity? Where are you? You're sinners. You're pretending to be Christians.
You're
we know you live an
sinners.
easy life, don't you? A very easy life while people are starving. Shame. Out now. Out now. Living real.
Again, it's so funny because, like, if you make good decisions in life, you avoid a lot of problems, right? And so that's what he means by easy life. The people who are like homeless on the street, again, have done so many drugs or like drank their way to that. So they made like a long, steady like row of bad decisions in life. But if you make good decisions, you avoid problems, and then life is easy, which is true.
Anonymous sent $3. Happy Martin Luther. I also got the day off of work. Thank you, Martin.
So real. Thank you. Yes. I remember back when I used to have an office job, and well, it's funny when I moved here like 5 years ago and I was still doing my job, because in Canada, Martin Luther King Day isn't a holiday. But because I was in America, I remember like messaging my supervisor and being like, I'm not going to be coming in tomorrow. I'm not going to be working tomorrow. It's MLK Day. As you know, I'm an observer of MLK Day. I just moved to America. The reverence I feel for this holy day. So I'm going to be not working. I'm going to be playing Elden Ring all day. Snap. Oh yeah. Just like, if you're struggling in life, but you have like a substance abuse problem and life feels hard, like, guess what? Life is way easier when you don't have like a crippling vice. It is. Life is easy when you make good decisions. It's so true. The subtext that guy, that angry man, doesn't understand is that like it's easy. Like that option is like available to everyone, basically.
Real comfortable while the people starve. Living real comfortable while children are dragged into concentration camps. You're all living real comfortable, aren't you? Shame on you. Do something. Stand with the Somalis. Stand with the Latinos. Quit ignoring this injustice. He wears a suit and tie and he hangs out with Kristi Noem. How is that a Christian? You're supposed to accept all immigrants, are you not?
It's such an insane take that if you wear a suit and tie, you're not a Christian.
Why are you not going down to Whipple and joining us in protest against this inhumanity? You claim to be a Christian.
Okay, this is like, I think the same video, but I could have sworn I watched this morning or a little part, and he was saying like, "Touch me, see what happens."
Sent $5 on Rumble. This leftist is probably not
definitely
even Christian.
not.
They just try to manipulate in whatever the current morality is into Christianity. WTF does support your Somali people mean? They're not ours.
You know, 100% he's not a Christian. All leftists do this if they're dealing with it. They try to be like, oh, well, Jesus would have agreed with everything I believe. It's like, you don't even worship him, dude. What are you talking about?
As you can see, all these pretend Christians, all these comfortable white people who are
see, there it is. Comfortable
lives while children are dragged into concentration camps. You're living real life, nice lives with your lattes, doing absolutely nothing for your Latino and Somali brothers and sisters. You come here to a man wearing a suit is a preacher.
She's signaling.
Did Jesus wear a suit? Did Jesus profit off the words? No. Jesus would dine with immigrants. Do not touch me. Touch me again and see what happens.
Okay, this is the part we did watch, but I missed this part where he's like, touch me, see what happens.
No, Jesus would dine with immigrants. Do not touch me. Touch me again and see what happens.
Dude. If that was me there, and I might get kicked out of it, but it would be worth it. Whatever repercussions came would be worth it. When he says, touch me, see what happens, I would like give him a full force one of these. like I would launch him. You know what I mean? I would hit him so hard with a shove. I would give him like the hardest shove that has ever been given to anybody in the history of man. And then I'd say, okay, what happens now? Yeah, what happens? Let's see. I want to see what happens. Oh, I wish.
Hey, you can't. Don't you.
All right. Anti-ice mob storm church in St. Paul, shut service down.
Renee good! Renee good! Renee good! Renee good! Justice for Renee good!
Somebody should give this guy a comfortable, lavish life in a padded cell.
That's a new voice. Did Vampire Frog finally turn off the unintelligible Japanese guy? Thank you for the $5. Appreciate it. Yeah. Oh, man. That guy would be like screaming at me how I'm not a real Christian while I was like bashing his face. You're a fake Christian. Boom. Jesus wouldn't do this. Boom. Like, I'd just be like, yeah. Yeah, you probably wouldn't. You're right.
Buck also sent $5. The guy harassing PPL in church. I wanna kick that ass head clean off.
I know, dude. When I watched it this morning before the show and I heard him saying, like, don't, I literally, like, got up and started pacing around. I was so, like amped up to, like, do some violence. I'm not trying to, like, do the tough guy thing. I'm sorry, but I just, like, I really want to put hands on that guy in a situation like that. But not really. Not in a way that would violate the YouTube terms of service or anything. Dude, the video, Mr. Bliss chillin', he put out the Looney Tunes segment for video, and I said, like, we should kill these people. And then I was like, legally, through due process and court of law, like that, you know? And then some guy was like, oh, so it's only moral if it's done, like, you're not about it. You don't have real. And I was like, I can't believe people don't understand the situation that I'm in here on social media. Really? Like, that's, you're gonna call me out, call me a pussy because I said don't kill people, don't go out and do vigilante killings. Although, by the way, I'm going to write, I think Twitter has like an article competition going for $1 million, which I have zero chance of winning because I'm still shadow banned to hell. But I'm going to write an article for the sake of it, a really quick one I'm going to hammer out because I've been thinking about it and I think I can make it kind of funny. It's going to be like a satirical article, but it's going to be titled, "When Do We Start Killing Libertarians?" And I've already got it like half written in my head, so stay tuned for that on X. It coming in the next few days, coming sometime this week. When do we start killing libertarians? No, it's many words. It's going to be article length. I think it will be funny. I think you'll enjoy it if you read it. Shocking footage. This is just more of the same, but it's a short clip. We may as well watch it in case we missed anything. Like Don Lemon was in there. Don Lemon. What did Nicki Minaj say? Cock-sucking, disgusting Don Lemon with his gay homosexuality. Homosexuality was there. Disgusting freak. What did Nicki Minaj say? It was something like that.
So you can see the protesters here have gathered over here. They're in the middle of the church. So in the beginning of the church service, the pastor was speaking and surrounded her. But this is a clandestine mission. I think they found out according to them, this is according to Operation Pull-Up, that one of the pastors here is a member of ICE. And so here we go.
You could talk to the lead pastor.
Yeah.
One of the lead pastor is a member of ICE. What does that mean, dude? ICE isn't like a gentleman's club. He's a member of, so he's an agent?
$3 low. They're charging Don Lemon with the Ku Klux Klan Act. Funnier to use it on blacks than getting rid of it.
Is that real? What is that? What are you guys even talking about? Let me ask Grok. Grok, what is the Ku Klux Klan Act, and why are people saying that they're going to use it on Don Lemon?
The Ku Klux Klan Act is an 1871 law, officially the Third Enforcement Act, that makes it a federal crime to conspire to injure, threaten, or intimidate people to stop them from exercising their constitutional rights, like free speech or religious worship. It was originally passed to fight the KKK's violence during Reconstruction. People are talking about using it on Don Lemon because yesterday, anti-ICE protesters stormed a church service in Minnesota, disrupting it while accusing the pastor of working with immigration authorities. Don Lemon was there live streaming, went inside with the group, and knew ahead of time what was planned. He later called it journalism. Today, on MLK Day, Trump's assistant AG for civil rights, Harmeet Dillon, said the DOJ is investigating and floated charges under the KKK Act for conspiracy against civil rights, plus the FACE Act, which protects access to places of worship. She put Lemon...
Yeah, we got it. All right, please, Lord, let that happen. That would be so funny. Don Lemon charged at a KKK. It absolutely is appropriate, by the way. It's absolutely appropriate to use that to file those kinds of charges in this situation. That's what they're doing. They're intimidating people at their place of worship. My ancestors are smiling on me, Grand Wizard. Can you say the same? Oh, shit. So Don Lemon went up also and like accosted the pastor, dressed as like a homeless person, by the way. Straight up, like just dressed like a homeless burglar.
What do you think of this?
I mean, this is unacceptable. It's shameful. It's shameful to interrupt a public gathering of Christians in worship.
But there were folks who will say,
I have to take care of my flock.
Okay, but listen,
yeah, it's shameful. You come in here dressed like a homeless person to interrupt Christians in worship. It's shameful. You're a disgrace. Look at you.
There's a constitution in the First Amendment to freedom of speech and freedom to assemble and protest.
We're here to worship. We're here to worship Jesus because that's the hope of these cities. That's the hope of the world is Jesus Christ.
I want to be very respectful. Please don't push me, though.
We're here to worship Jesus.
Well, you're breathing on me, though, and your breath isn't the best. So if you could just back up. I mean, please don't push me. It's like, hey, like he's like right at his face.
That's why we're here. Okay, that's why we're here. Okay. That's what we're about.
Don't you think Jesus would be understanding
we're about
and love these folks?
We're about spreading the love of Jesus.
But did you try to talk to them as a Christian?
No one is willing to talk.
Okay,
I have to take care of my church and my family, so I asked that you actually would also leave this building.
You don't want us to chronicle what happened?
Unless you're here to worship.
So once the owner or the person in charge asks you to leave, it's trespassing at that point if you don't leave. This is legal advice, okay? I'm a big city lawyer. This is legal advice. Churches and businesses that are open to the public are private. A lot of people get confused because it's open to the public. They think it means public, like I own this, but you don't actually. So if the business or the property owner asks you to leave and you don't leave, then you're trespassing. Whereas if it's like an actual public park or something that, or you're like out on the sidewalk, that's different.
Always worship. I'm a Christian.
We're here to worship. We're here to worship. Okay.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. What do you
And this picture is just like horrible optics. Oh, this isn't from that though. This is from BLM when they were harassing people at restaurants. But it's like the same thing, right? It's the same kind of optics of like you're getting in people's face and screaming at them when they're minding your own business. But these leftoids, they just don't know what to do. They just don't know what to do with their pent up energy. They got to yell at someone. Don Lemon, after storming a church with a mob of leftist extremists, that's what protesting is about.
In there, that this is, they shouldn't be there, and, they shouldn't be uncomfortable, and this is our house and whatever. That's what protesting is about, is to make people uncomfortable. You may not like it, but, I mean, if they went into a church, any church, you heard...
Yeah, how about I come into your house and make you uncomfortable, Don? It's the same thing. It's a private property. It's the same thing. If I walk through Don Lemon's front door and start yelling at him in his house that he's not doing enough to support based right-wingers, he's not doing enough to support ICE, who are working hard for the country, and I start screaming in his face that he needs to be made uncomfortable, like I don't think he's going to really appreciate it, and I don't think he's going to consider it a legitimate form of protest. Leftists are retarded, man. It's just like they don't know anything. They don't know basic laws like that. They don't know decency. They're just idiots. They're wrong about everything. They're literally like wrong about everything. 56 people died under ICE during the Obama admin.
It's wild how short people's memories are. Under Obama administration, 56 people died under ICE custody. 56! That's not a conspiracy. That's public record. According to the ACLU, under Obama, under ICE, failures of medical care, ICE malpractice. The list is long as to why and how these deaths occur.
Like there's legally speaking, there's very little difference between what they did and J6. The only kind of real legal difference is that because J6 is like a government function, there's added laws about interfering with government functions. But beyond that, it's still the same kind of thing where it's like you're trespassing, you're disrupting the function of the institution.
And somehow no mass riot.
But if they got arrested and sent to jail for 4 years, which allegedly Harmeet Dillon is like looking, like, okay, wake me up when Don Lemon goes to jail for 4 years for that or whatever. Okay, it's not quite as bad as J6. 2 years only, Don. 2 years in federal prison. Wake me up when that happens, and then maybe you'll get it. Maybe you'll understand that you don't get to just do what Renee Good thought before she got shot in the face.
Riots. Obama deported over 3 million people. Let's not forget that, people. I say that in so many of my videos. Millions! And a lot of them were fast removals. No real hearing, no judge, no full due process. And here's the part liberals don't like to bring up.
Yeah, something tells me Don Lemon's not going to jail for 20 years.
Tom Homan? Yeah, that Tom Homan? He was running enforcement under Obama. And during that time, he was given an award back in 2015 for his...
Yeah, exactly. Why don't you go do that at the local synagogue and see how that works out for you? Dude, you would get charged so fast if you tried that in a synagogue.
work with ICE. Even democratic states allowed.
Christians got to stop letting these people walk all over them too, by the way. Christians, say what you want about Jews, but they don't just take that lying down. You know what I'm saying? It's part of the reason you wouldn't get away with it is because they actively get involved in shutting it down and going after you and stuff like that. Christians gotta stop taking everything lying down.
ICE to do their job under Obama. Here's my thing. If you're going to be mad, be consistently mad. Liberals were not mad when ICE was doing their job. All 8 years with Obama, they weren't mad in the streets. Now, I'm not saying that deaths...
There's a guy who called in on Saturday and he had some weird structural psychosis concept about the algorithm, but listening to this kind of makes me think about that, because what he was saying is like you get fed what you want. And it's not just social media algorithms, it's the media too. But like what she's saying is like basically this was happening under Obama, but ICE was deporting people. They did deport some people. It wasn't all just like border turnaways or whatever people like to say. They deported some criminals. And people died in custody and this, but it's like you didn't even hear about it because the media wasn't feeding it to you, telling you what to be mad about. And so it's like so many people are just like, they're literally just like programmed. You know what I mean? You're just being programmed by what you consume. And then you go out and you get shot in the face like Renee Good because you watch the media telling you that this thing that's been happening your whole life basically is terrible. I say basically because I do think the ICE stuff is like more publicly visible now, beyond the media focus, but that's kind of a minor point.
Don't matter, they always do. I'm saying the outrage only appears when it's politically convenient, aka selective outrage.
5 random white guys eating lunch in Minnesota get reported as undercover ICE agents to an anti-ICE signal chat by the restaurant's owner. And the next thing they know, a mob has showed up. So white guys who are tech workers go to a restaurant for lunch. And the owner of the restaurant gets, and he's like, there's a bunch of ICE agents here. He's reporting them. What began as a casual lunch between 5 Twin Cities software engineers quickly escalated into a frightening encounter after the men were misidentified as undercover federal agents. So again, you see here, these same people, the Will Stancils of the world, okay, who are out hunting ICE. These people will tell you that like McCarthyism and the Red Scare is like this big stain on history. They're like literally repeating it. They're looking for ICE agents under the bed. They're accusing people of being ICE because they have like American flags or whatever it may be. They're just like in shape white dudes. They're ICE. Alpha News obtained video, spoke with one of the men, Lee, a software engineer from Plymouth, who described how the situation unfolded. Lee said the group was eating lunch at Clancy's Deli near 38th Street when one of the men who belonged to an anti-ICE signal chat received a message. So one of the guys at the lunch was in the group. Received a message from a group labeled Southwest Minneapolis Rapid Response claiming that plainclothes ICE agents were dining at the restaurant. That's so funny. So one of the guys is in this signal group and they're calling him ICE. My friend was shocked. He said he's on the anti-ICE side politically. He lives nearby. He's eaten there before. And suddenly he's seeing messages saying we're ICE. The software engineers, all males dressed casually in sweatshirts and jackets, were soon confronted by protesters who surrounded the restaurant, shouting insults and blowing whistles in their ears as they attempted to leave. Lee emphasized to Alpha News that the group's political views were mixed, but said the encounter left some of them reconsidering their positions. I think some of them are rethinking everything. Yeah, who are the good guys here? Is it the struggle session mob screaming in your ears because you're trying to have lunch?
This is so cool. I mean, so cool as in like this has got to be the funniest thing I've ever seen. I know, it's like, you feel like a zoo. I've never.
If you're not with us, then you're against us. So clear. So clear.
Oh my god. What? We do custom apps for a whole bunch of companies around Minnesota and the country. Filming us?
Why are you filming us?
Because you're filming us. Here. Do I look like an ice agent?
Yeah, you look like a fucking ice agent.
Holy fucking Christ. This is what's wrong with the guy's talk.
No, it's not.
The whistles are crazy, man. I imagine ICE puts out a statement. They're like, we're sick of the whistles, so we're leaving. We're all going home. You win. Okay, we thought we could take on the left, but we weren't ready for the whistles.
Wait, so do you support? Would you support?
Support what? The way you guys are acting?
You support ICE? Oh, okay. Yeah.
The way you guys are, I don't support ICE either.
All right, anyway, you get the idea there. Lee said the main ringleader of the protesters said they deserved it because they were white privileged males. Same thing that guys, they can't help themselves. They will always tell you what their real grievance is. It's because you're white. And then people are like, why are you racist, LP? And it's like, I don't know. I want my people to not be genocided by these freaks, these self-hating freaks who want us all to commit suicide. You don't tell extremists that random customers are ICE agents. That's how people get hurt. My buddy thought we were going to get shot. Crazy. What is it? What is this? Turning Point sent me a legal threat.
This week, I received a letter from Turning First Step when someone sues you for defamation. I know there are a lot of people out there making videos about Turning Point. Who do they think I am? I'm a working accountant with a small YouTube channel. I have no money. I have no power. I have no influence. I don't know how much money they think they're going to get from suing me. All I have is the truth. And I'm not going to stop speaking the truth because Erica Kirk doesn't like it. The one good thing about a lawsuit is that everything will be out in the open, and Turning Point will quickly find out that
This nigga doesn't blink. I don't trust people who don't blink.
I have nothing to hide. The letter came from a lawyer named Paul Edgar Harold from South Bend, Indiana. It seems like this is Turning Point's lawyer. I looked him up, and I cannot find that he has been admitted to the State Bar of Arizona in order to practice law in Arizona, so I'm not exactly sure how he's going to sue me in Arizona, but maybe he's working with other lawyers. In the letter, they order me to, please confirm that you will publicly correct your false statements immediately. This is not what I was going to talk about.
What were the false statements?
About this week. But Turning Point is demanding that I communicate their statements publicly. So here we go. They include a whole list of statements they claim are false that I have made in my videos about Turning.
Oh, so right after, so let me get this straight. Immediately after saying you're not going to stop speaking the truth because Erica Kirk doesn't like it, you're going to start cucking and reading the script they sent you. I don't know anything about that situation. I've moved on. I'm sorry, but I've moved on. Anti-ICE
Falls sent $5 Wick radicalized Sitch and Adam against ICE protesters because of how absurd his denial of anti-ICE violence was.
Who's Wick? Adam and Sitch, are those guys still cucking? Are those guys still butt sore from sitting on the fence so hard? Wick. I don't know who that is. But I mean, if you like, you know, like I try not to go too hard on Adam and Sitch because they're not the worst people out there, but you really need somebody to talk to you personally and be retarded. You can't just like watch the videos and see for yourself the obvious, you know. If everybody just this reminds me of one of my Clubgate takes that I forgot, but it's worth mentioning, and this ties into the Jake Lang stuff too, which we're going to get to, which is, and I said this on Saturday, I'm not really a big fan of right-wingers and content creators and people going to these places to get involved. Not really a fan of, because it's already like people are looking for an excuse to scrap, and then you're just gonna give them the excuse, and it's all just like getting in the way of the ICE agents trying to do their job, and it's all like kind of for content. So I'm not really like a fan of all that. And you know, Renee Good would still be alive if she didn't try to go and get in the way. So all these people just trying to insert themselves into a situation that doesn't concern them. This is like ICE agents hunting illegals. That's none of your business. Get out of the way. That's how I feel about it, regardless of whose side you're on. Just get out of the way. Any idea how many people? No, I don't know. I have no idea. I know Garbage Human is on the payroll. That's all. But there's a few other people. If you look in the replies of his tweets, you can kind of get a sense for some other people who must be on the payroll, but I don't know. Anyway, when I saw, this was another thing I thought about when I saw the videos of all these, you know, guys at the club on Saturday night, Fuentes and all his buddies, is like, this is what you should be doing, not clubbing necessarily, but like these guys are like rich, they're dressed up in nice suits, they're living their best life, you know what I mean? They're not giving a fuck about what's happening in Minneapolis. And that's kind of like, as a right winger, I feel like that's kind of, and I saw Gavin tweeted the same thing. I thought that when I saw the video, and then Gavin had a tweet where he was like, you know, these young rich guys are out clubbing and just having fun while leftist freaks are getting shot in the face by ICE, kind of thing. Anyway, anti-ICE protesters make a man take off his American flag hoodie that said freedom. So this is they're literally just looking for white guys that they can like hunt and kill. Oh, did I say white? Maybe spoke too soon. Might have spoke too soon on the white part. Take it off and you won't get hurt. Take off the free. So he has a jacket that says freedom, and this guy just said, take it off and you won't get hurt. This is crazy.
Take it off. Take it off.
That's Manny. That's Manny. He was just trying to get away from. He was just trying to blend in so ICE wouldn't deport him. He's like, if I wear this freedom jacket. And look, he's taking off his jacket now, so they don't physically assault him. I gave you a chance, but they're still not happy. So now he has to drop it. He has to give them the jacket. So it's theft. We're witnessing a mugging on camera. And they're still following him as a mob. This might strike some viewers as harsh, but so that's it. I thought it got more violent than that, but okay. What happened to his jacket? He just left it. I'm surprised they weren't like parading it around as a trophy. Leftists are randomly chasing down white men and brutally attacking them. When ICE swoops in to save a victim, the mob then claims the federal police are kidnapping him into their Nazi van.
Okay. Okay, boy, look. Hey, get up, get up. Let him go. Get your ass up. You good? You're not a Nazi? Okay. Okay. That's what they asked. That's all they asked. Watch out, watch out. That's all they asked. He's one of us. Okay. He's one of us. Okay, good. You all right, dude? You all right? Come on. He's one of us. How do we know? How we know? I was with him earlier. Why?
Dude.
He ran out earlier. I don't know. He's one of us. I'm with them. Trust me.
It's so funny too, because these guys on Twitter are kvetching about how like you have to present your papers to ICE now or whatever. Like you have to basically be ready to prove you're a citizen. Or I don't even know if you have to do that, but like Christy Nome or somebody said something to that effect of like people should be prepared to prove their legal status, right? And it's like, oh, this is like this terrible, like, show me your papers kind of thing. But here you have like a literally like violent mob attacking a guy, knocking him on the ground and being like, prove you're one of us, prove you're not a Nazi.
You all right, man? Hey, move back! Move back! All right? Move back right now!
Back up! Back up! Yeah, save your Nazi. Put him in your Nazi van.
Damn, they scattered like cockroaches when the real niggas showed up. That was awesome. ICE is so cool, man. Look at these freaks run away the second the real niggas show up. Look at them run. Oh, not so tough now, huh? Not trying to get shot in the face like Renee Good, huh?
Back up! Back up! Yeah, save your Nazi. Put him in your Nazi van. Go get him some help. He needs a little bit of fucking mental health there. Don't he? Nobody got guns. Hey, you gonna look me in the eye when you spray me? You gonna look me in the eye when you spray me?
Will Stancil posted action footage from inside his Honda Fit. He follows a couple trucks around, honking his horn for 8 minutes, and literally nothing happens. Truck eventually gets on the freeway. Some funny parts of him saying he's nervous, though. This is an 8-minute video. It sounds like we can't watch the whole thing. Triumph of the will. Yeah, action footage in a Honda Fit. You don't hear that every day.
Be safe. Watch out for the mic. Be careful.
How is this not illegal? There's got to be laws against honking. Or there's got to be laws against harassing people with your car horn. Are these even ICE agents? Because I feel like if they were ICE agents, they would stop and get out and be like, hey, I'm warning you right now. You're going to go to jail if you keep doing this. I was going to say the license plate number is weird, though, so maybe that's the tell.
Turning down Bryant. Say that to them.
Someone else will for it. These guys stay on him.
These guys are doing the most. See, the real reason they're doing that is because there's chicks on the phone, right? That's what the guys who go and do this shit, it's all about just trying to impress women at the end of the day. Crazy SSRI women.
Be careful. Okay. We are getting cars back, but there is a lot of
It do be like that, Mr. Stansel. Yeah, what's that part? Where's that part of the clip? Okay, you get the idea. That goes on for another 6 minutes, and he posted this to be like, look, we're out here getting it done. We're out here contributing to society. Why would you bother to post this? Look how I waste my day. Look how I accomplish nothing.
Somebody's gotta do something. Somebody's gotta do something.
Oh, okay.
Another sent $3. Will you have super chats on for progress report? I have something I want to tell Lily.
Oh my goodness. I don't do text to speech, but I read them, but not if they're inappropriate. So for you, the short answer is no. Okay, Jake Lang stabbed. Attempted murder. Democrat-aligned mob. Jake Lang dragged into the crowd and stabbed. Apparently he went to the hospital after this and he got staples put in his like face or neck or something. But this is a wild story, the way it all unravels. It's like a real roller coaster. The Christmas music. The Christmas music. Do we have any mods on Rumble? Or do I have to do everything myself? Listen to the Christmas music, man. What is happening here? Pedo protectors? Who's the pedo? There's pedos everywhere. There's pedos on both sides, guys. No, they did stab him. He was stabbed. This is how the legacy media is reporting it. Pardoned J6 rioter driven from Minneapolis rally by large counter protest. Yeah, he was driven. Okay, so they had to get away after he got stabbed, and this schizo black guy was like helping Jake Lang get out of the situation. So this guy here.
Let me go. Just go. Just go. Let him go, y'all. Let him go.
Well, that's the Freedom guy from earlier. So he's one of Jake Lang's guys, and They took his coat. You can see he's bloodied on the back of his head and neck. Also, they tried to retreat into the hotel, but they got followed by the mob. Indigo, isn't that a bookstore? Scott Adams in 2020, Republicans will be hunted. Okay, and so at some point, so that schizo black guy, will come back to him, but at some point, Jake Lang gets into a car with a transgender DACA recipient, is what people are saying. And he's like, get me out of here, help me. So he gets into these people's car. He's like, please help me, drive, just get me out of here. And they still get chased down by the mob.
Is that him? Is that him? Yes! Open the door! Oh my God. Drive. Oh my God. Just drive. Stop! Wait, let them go! Let them go! Hey.
They're like pepper spraying in the car or something there, it looked like. Jake Lang's like, drive. And the two people, the two ladies, the two lady boys, or at least one of them, they're just like, what do we do?
Pull over. Hey, leave it. Get out of here. Leave it off. Get out of here. No. Y'all just let him leave. It's not working. Hey. We don't know him. Stop it. Let him out.
That guy smashed the car there. Okay, so that happens. This is them going after the car. We already saw that. Look at it. He kicked Jake Lang there. They opened the door and kicked him. This is like a different angle. Two people kicking him in the back of the car after getting stabbed. Man, these people, it's surprising more people aren't getting shot. You know what I mean? Because it's like, I'm in my getaway car, you're opening the door from both sides trying to drag me out. I'm shooting you. You know what I'm saying? You're dying.
No, y'all just let him leave. It's not working. Hey, stop! Hey, let him out.
Okay. So here's, you might have seen this video in YCSP and you might have been asking yourself, who is this schizo black guy in this long 2-minute clip? This is the guy who helped Jake Lang get away.
I don't know how, I just can, right? Divine entity. Now at the end of the day, my job,
way to be fucking brave and try to fucking do something.
Yeah, my job, my purpose on earth, and my spirit told me, I'm the son of God, right? A lot of people gonna think I'm lying. And I just showed you again. They got Jake Lang's. It shows you again that I don't have to lie, but I move off love and unity.
He said, I'm the son of God, for anybody who missed it, or if you don't speak jive.
And that's how Jesus walked. If y'all Christians, that's how Yahweh walked. If y'all Africans and y'all roots, Yahweh walked just showing love regardless of what somebody did to you. When they crucified him on the cross, he still forgave everybody for their sins, and they down there killed him. So it's like, we can't treat hate with hate. Love overcome hate any day. When one motherfucker starts showing love, everybody show love. But if one person hate, everybody hate. It's a domino effect, just like a domino. That's that, but it was my job and my purpose.
We stole his watch.
Hey, let me see the watch. Hey, let me see the watch. Hey, watch this. Hey.
They stole Jake Lang's watch.
Hey, come here. Hey, someone come here, Mello. Hey, check it out. You, come here. Yeah, you, yeah. Yeah, so look, keep that on. At the end of the day, This what he came. I don't know what this shit is. A fake ass what they call these watches? Out of my Patek. The world is fake. You hear me? All this shit is fake. Stop paying y'all money for this shit. You feel me? But that's the end of that, man. At the end of the day, just show love to anybody. Don't matter what they done to you. Just show love. You're gonna get blessings.
Hey, I don't even know you. I don't even know you.
Okay, so that is ironic and funny. Jake Lang responded to this tweet, by the way. He said, I'm grateful. I pray God blesses this man. He showed the parable of the Good Samaritan to be just as true then as it is now. Still don't want whites replaced and outbred by Muslims in Europe and America. As a reminder, I did save the life of a black protester, Philip Anderson, on the steps of the Capitol on January 6th. So there you go. Hold on, my dog wants in. Hold on one sec. Should just get a shock collar so he stops bugging me during the show. And then here's the people whose car he got into telling their story.
Okay, TikTok. We're gonna make... Oh, wait, can we turn the heat down really fast? Okay, hopefully this works and it like doesn't cut up again. So, my name is Day. This is my friend Aaliyah. This feels so weird to do this really
like
fast.
at last not be ugly.
Yeah, so let me give y'all the rundown on what just happened to us in case we do go like viral or whatever the case is. We were driving, we're on our way to Tom's Watch Bar, right? We want to have some cocktails, little girl day, whatever.
Two-spirit bar dash for the rest. Bar dash, man. Bar douche, yeah. That's a deep cut. Not a lot of people know that one.
We see this crowd of protesters outside of a hotel, and obviously we are anti-ICE. Like, what the fuck is all this shit that's going on is such bullshit. I'm low-key scared for our country, and it sucks that it's starting in Minnesota, but like, I do not support that. They're bullying. They are bad people. They're ripping apart families. Don't fuck with it. This guy, still don't even know his full name. Jake is all I know. And apparently
he's a horrible freaking person.
The horrible people that apparently I'm sure a lot of you guys do know about, but I had never heard of him. We see him run up to our car and he's like, can I please get in? Can I please get in? Like, they hurt me so bad, da 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 da. That's all the context we have. So in our heads, it's like, oh my God, like, was he just attacked by ICE? Like,
We
he
thought
was in the
ICE was after him, so we're like, okay, whatever, like, hop in the freaking car real quick. And then all of a sudden, there's a whole bunch of people coming here and storming us and, like, beating up the car, ruining the car, pulling this dude out. Like, what is
like
going on?
surrounding the car from every single angle. And yeah, we had no idea what we was getting ourselves into. It's just like, we saw an injured man, so like, obviously we're gonna help because we're not bad people. What? And I don't know him. And so yeah, anyways, he gets in our car, like, yeah, surrounded us. They broke our tail light, was banging on the car, whatnot. They tried to rip him out the door, like they was like opening the door and shit. Wild. And so we do drive because like, we're not gonna, like, literally the longer we sat there, the longer he fought them off, and the more.
What's funny about this is this video is basically like the subtext is, please don't come after us because we helped him get away. That's what he's saying. He's like, yes, we did drive away with the guy in the car, but we just were trying to not get killed. Please don't come kill us now because we did that.
more damage was happening to Aaliyah's car, so we had to.
That's also why that was so important to say that ICE is bad too. It's like there's only one angry mob who's gonna come and kill you, and it's not right wingers.
Leave with him in the car, like there was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Don't fuck with him.
I was leaving.
Yeah.
Kill is maybe, but you know what I mean, harass or whatever.
But also, we can't just what else are we supposed to do? He's not gonna let us kick him out the car. He's not gonna get out. So that was our only option at that point.
So we literally just go around the block, and I'm like, you know what? Like, you need to get out.
Yeah, we're still in
like,
the same
what
spot.
is going on? Like, whose side are you on right now? Because, like, this is not okay. And I'm just getting super weird, bad vibe from this dude. And he's just like, oh, Trump something me. I gotta owe him back. And I'm just like,
Yeah, he was
I
like,
don't care
Trump
what
saved
Trump
me.
did for you. Like, ICE is fucking shit.
As
like,
fuck.
who are you? Like, who are you? And then I find out who he is. I'm like, I don't care if your Uber's here. You're not gonna wait in my fucking car. You need to get out right now.
As fuck. Like, we was
You
not
need to get
fucking
out right
having
now.
it.
Like, this is not okay. I do not support you. Like, speak your mind, whatever. But, like, I do not support what this is all about. Like, this is not okay. Like, you need to leave and you need to give me your contact information because you're paying for this fucking shit. Like, you're annoying. Like, I actually don't like you.
No, literally.
So,
fuck, it was like the most wild, like holy shit, my day just took like a 180 so fast. Like,
all of a sudden we're seeing protesters. All of a sudden we're a part of it.
As like,
cameras all up in the face.
Wish I could.
I don't
make
know
this
what's
shit up.
going on. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Just like
So
that.
anyways, if you happen to see our faces at all, because I literally, it felt like paparazzi was everywhere fucking snapping pics. If you happen to see us, please know that we do not support this man. What
Not
so
at all.
fucking
Yeah, the car wheel on the right.
Oh,
ever.
ICE needs to leave literally the whole country. I don't care about whatever they have going on. It's a whole vendetta, and they just need to fucking leave. Like, it's just not okay, and people all have rights.
Or the video's mirrored.
And nobody should be ripped away from their home. I don't care what is going on. People should not be treated like this. Like, we're protesting for things that are good, and there's all these people just putting up such a fight for what? Because we want equality and we want peace and we want to feel safe where we're at. Like, is that too much to ask?
There's one thing you left off there, which is you want to illegally live in a country where you don't belong. That's kind of an important also. We just want equality. It's like, you're not from here. Maybe these two are, but you know what I mean? The whole ICE situation is dealing with more than people who want equality.
Obviously it is, because every day we're getting thousands of new people coming here, you know, and just causing so much destruction and so much.
Oh, you don't like thousands of people coming to your city? Oh, that's crazy. So she's talking about the, like, how it's turned into like a hub now for this civil war. So freaks from both sides of the spectrum are coming there. And she doesn't like it. And it's funny because that almost describes another situation, which is mass immigration.
It's just like unrestlessness, or I don't know, but it's just not okay.
And the Troon, with his high male IQ, actually like picked up on that, and you could almost see the concern on his face. Let me back up again. He's like, she's like, we don't want thousands of people coming here, and he's kind of like, ooh, that might not be the best wording.
everywhere fucking snapping pics. If you happen to see us, please know that we do not support this man whatsoever.
ICE needs to leave literally the whole country. I don't care about whatever they have going on. It's a whole vendetta, and they just need to fucking leave. Like, it's just not okay, and people all have rights, and nobody should be ripped away from their home. I don't care what is going on. People should not be treated like this. Like, we're protesting for things that are good, and there's all these people just putting up such a fight for what? Because we want equality and we want peace and we want to feel safe where we're at. Like, is that too much to ask? Obviously it is, because every day we're getting thousands of new people coming here, you know, and just causing so much destruction and so much just like unrestlessness, or I don't know.
See how he kind of like, he's like, oh, wait a sec. Wait a sec.
It's just not okay.
Thousands of people coming?
I was not expecting that to happen.
Since when is that bad?
Who was protesting against ICE, and that didn't turn out to be the case, and now we're here.
And now we're just here.
It's someone who literally is so prevalent.
The mob's not gonna like that one.
Or something. What?
Where was his like limo? If everyone knows him and he travels the country, like, or like, where's your like, you ain't got like people with you? Why was he like literally by himself? Like, what? I don't even.
Well, he was with like an entourage, but they got overwhelmed.
Stupid.
What is the thought process there?
Because he's stupid and he likes attention and he thinks it's cool.
As fuck.
And
He's
it's
so
not cool.
lucky we stopped for him.
Dude.
He's so lucky we did not know who he was, because I'm sorry, but like, you're for the streets. We're letting the wolves have you next time.
We'll look from in here and watch you get beat up and then go along our way and not be a part of this.
Yes, like what? And yeah.
It's like the Kermit the Frog meme where he rolls up the window. I love that meme, by the way.
Sorry this video is so long, but we had to like put that out there for sure because like I'm not trying to get caught up in no fucking like.
All right, we get the idea. A Reddit moderator was removed from his position as a head mod of r/livestream fails, and he is really not happy about it.
Hello, Spez, Mr. CEO of Reddit. I hope you have received this public video that I have created and sent to you via your email.
Dude, it's so on the nose. It's so like, how are these people real? Memes just coming to life, man. Remember when that Reddit anti-work guy was on, hold on, Reddit mod anti-work. What was it called? At no work.
Over 1.6 million subscribers. Joining me now is the person who operates this anti-work group, Doreen Ford.
Doreen.
All right, so Doreen, why do you like the idea of being home, not working, but still getting paid by corporate America?
Yeah, so there's some misconceptions about the movement. So we're a movement where we want to reduce the amount of work that people feel like they're forced to do. And so we want to still put in effort, we want to put in labor, but we don't want to necessarily be in a position where we feel trapped. You know, you just quoted from Office Space where that person feels very trapped in their job. I think we're calling for a society where there's less of that. But yeah, absolutely, people still want to do things. They just want to do things where they...
Anyway, we thought this guy was bad. They're calling this guy the most Reddit man who ever lived.
If not, I hope anybody who cares about the topic in this video can get this to him in any way that you can. This video is about a topic of deadly seriousness, and that is of Reddit moderation and the state of your platform. But first, some background. I'm Brian, or Stale2000, or Tarot Card. I was the top moderator of your #1 gaming subreddit, r/livestreamfail, before I was recently removed from that position by the Reddit Code of Conduct team. I became a Reddit moderator for
that's true. He could be fatter.
one reason. And that is because I think that Reddit communities and correspondingly its moderators have massive power and influence, and for some reason, nobody seems to notice, care, or take this seriously. Least of all, its moderators or the company. In this video, I will go over why I believe this, and I will also talk about a code of conduct moderation action that was taken against me due to good faith mistakes that I believe were caused by a clear lack of direct material support that the company gives its moderators. I will end the video by talking about what you, Spez, can do to fix this problem, as well as what I and other communities can do in case Reddit does not solve this very serious mismanagement problem regarding the lack of support that is given to moderators. First, I will go over the code of conduct action and why I was removed as the top moderator of r/livestreamfail.
This guy apparently is married to a woman who runs Unfuck America, which is like, who's that guy? Who's that TikTok guy, Dean Withers? So they did this tour. The Unfuck America tour was organized as a push to get more leftist social media personalities on the road to follow Charlie Kirk and Turning Point on their own tour and events across the U.S. to challenge and counter narrative their arguments. So there's like a woman in charge of the group, and she's this guy's wife.
This sounds like stupid internet drama, I know, but I'm going to talk about how this is a very clear example about how Reddit's mistakes causes very serious problems to Reddit's community and the company as a whole.
Yeah, I saw this on, he's married. I saw a picture. The head mod at LSF, Tarot Card or Stale 2000. Here's his X account. He has 726 followers. Brian Wade advertised the scam to the millions of users so they would enter the paid. Right. So the reason he got booted is because there was this reality TV show with a $20 million prize, and it would involve being with like famous streamers, but to enter the show was like a sweepstakes lottery. And so he advertised it on the sub so that people would buy the sweepstakes tickets to like get the show, and they kicked him off the site. They're like, this is a scam. You're just scamming people for money. Millions of live stream fail users, they would enter the paid entry sweepstakes. There's no way he wasn't getting some kind of financial kickback from the scam company. Breaking Reddit TOS. Stale 2000 for DGGer of the year. That's Destiny's subreddit, right? Yeah, Destiny. So these guys are rabid leftists, in case there was any doubt. This guy's a huge Destiny fan. His wife works for Unfuck America. We'll see if we can find the post about that I saw this morning. Reddit power mod. Oh, that's an old tweet. Anyway. He's married to that monster that runs Unfuck America. So there's his wife. You're just mad that her and Stale make a better couple than you and your wife. That's to Andrew Wilson. They put a woman in charge of Unfuck America. And so that's them.
Here's what happened. There was an announcement related to a live stream related game show called $1 Million Fan. It was basically a game show like Survivor or Big Brother, where fans of a streamer compete in different challenges with an influencer or a streamer for various prizes. The kicker here is that there was a grand prize of $20 million, supposedly. This was supposedly...
Oh, did Bliss Chillin do the title wrong? That's Bliss Chillin does all that now, so it's not on me. But yeah, thank you. I'll fix that. Thank you.
Going to be aired on Amazon Prime, and it was also confirmed to be including a couple of mid-sized and large streamers like Alexandra and Andrea Botez, Extra Emily, Canute, and a few others. Additionally, the opportunity was supposedly brought to these streamers by a company called Mythic Talent, which is a well-respected streamer agency that represents hundreds of live streamers. I heard about the game show a few hours after it got announced by a couple major live streamers. It sounded like the perfect type of content for a live stream fail. I mean, reality TV, game show, live streaming, gaming, that's perfect for LSF, which is about fun, crazy content about kind of live streaming gamers. So when I heard about that...
What's Pearl's last name? Or Pearl, what's her name? What is her name? Is that, because if I just put Anna, nobody even knows who that is, so I have to put Anna Kasparian. The fuck is Davis? Thank you. Pearl Davis and Anna Kasparian.
I was very excited. I immediately reached out to the organizers to see if we could set up some sort of a collaboration. This collaboration would just be to get cool content on the subreddit. No, financial incentives, no moderators being paid, basically none of anything like that, just fun, cool stuff for the community in the subreddit.
All right, we can't listen to this whole 20-minute video. I'm going to be wrapping up the show here, but there is a funny part towards the end where, and also he doesn't really explain why he got kicked out. He doesn't explain that it was a paid entry sweepstakes thing that he was promoting. Because I did watch this whole video yesterday, so it's not worth it. Trust me. I wish it was really funny and I could turn it into a clip, but it's really actually just kind of boring. But there is something funny towards the end where he talks about how Reddit mods should be treated like celebrities.
I cannot read contracts to know what I should do or I should not do. I just want to grow my subreddit, have a big vision, and I don't want to deal with it. At the end of the day, I'm a random nobody who got lucky. I took over one of your largest gaming subreddits on the platform because I won a stupid game of Reddit mod politics. But apparently, I'm the only person out there who understands the potential that Reddit has. If Reddit had offered me partnerships, if Reddit had pipelines to connect with kind of major companies, if Reddit had...
So it's funny because he's claiming he didn't make money and there was no financial incentive, but at the same time, he's claiming that basically Reddit didn't offer him ways to make money. I'm going to go out on a limb and guess he was getting paid to promote that thing. And it is a scam.
Lawyers,
because it's gambling and all gambling is a scam,
that were helping me, reading over these contracts, reading over these agreements. None of these very real mistakes that I made would have happened. And before you say it, I'm sure there's some employee at Reddit, the company, that says oh yeah, we do that. That's my job. It's over here. Well, clearly you're not even doing 1% of what you should be doing. Because nobody uses these resources, nobody cares, you are not doing enough. Multiply it by 100 and then let's talk. Reddit needs to be professionalized, and it starts with the mods. This is going to be controversial, but the people who are running your multi-billion-dollar website are unqualified nobodies like me. That doesn't mean it's my fault or their fault.
I don't find that controversial at all.
Here's why. The controversial...
It is maybe a big reason why I don't use the website at all.
Solution is just get rid of the bad mods with better mods or paid mods or do takeovers or more rules or something like that. But there are better solutions. You can train them. You can give mods infrastructure or pipelines or resources or real...
It always comes back to that with leftists. It always comes back to just education. If you just taught mods how to mod, all the problems would go away. Teach men not to rape.
Kind of material
and resources. They love saying resources. We need resources. But why isn't there a help page? Well, actually, I mean more like money, but...
support and treat them as if they have the actual power and influence that they actually have, and so communities can rise to the heights they truly could. And the Reddit Moderator Partner Program is not it. Reddit moderators do not need one call with one guy a month, as nice as he is, love you, Pablo, who has no power and no ability to affect anything. Reddit moderators don't need Christmas celebrations or special badges or community or events or team building exercises. No, even the...
If you guys want to hear something funny, I'm a Reddit mod. I'm actually a Reddit mod, and I'm not even joking. I don't have it. I don't have it in here. What was my password? Let me try one. I didn't ask for it. I didn't want it, but somebody made me a mod of, what was it called? It's I can't even remember. I don't know how long it's been since I logged into Reddit. Did I type my name wrong? Is that what happened? No. I just don't know. I straight up don't know what my password is. Anyway, There was like a subreddit called like SJW fails or something like that. And I tried to post a really old Hypocrite video about how it was like some woman who was like an award-winning musician had told all the white people at her concert to go to the back of the concert. And the video got like taken down for being off topic or whatever. They were like, that's not an SJW fail. And so one of the mods, though, who felt bad for me, yeah, I'm a moderator for the Mensa subreddit. They made a new subreddit called Racist Fails or something, or like racism fails, right? Because like that SJW is racist or something, and made me a mod. So I'm a mod of like an anti-racist subreddit. And if I could actually log into my Reddit, there's usually like reports for me to look at of people who like want this or what that taken down or whatever. But yeah, I'm actually a moderator of an anti-racist subreddit. So you could say I'm a good person, I guess.
I don't know, the Reddit event budget is barely useful. No, they need real material support. That means access to anything that like a talent manager would give an actual celebrity. So an access to a bounty board or ad deals or lawyers or event organizers or professionals or anything that actually matters. To summarize, Reddit moderators should be treated like celebrities or influencers.
There it is. There. There's the line. Say the line. Reddit moderators should be treated like celebrities or influencers. As a anti-racist mod, I couldn't agree more. And we should be handsomely paid.
Not because they deserve respect or anything, but because they actually have real power and influence.
That's so funny. That's such a like kind of like mask. Not because they deserve respect, but because they have power. You should be nice to us and treat us like we're great, because otherwise we'll crush you.
I mean, if not for the world, at least over your $50 billion company, maybe if you gave them actual support, it could go from 50 billion to 100 billion. I mean, it certainly deserves to be that high up for how much traffic Reddit gets. So why haven't you solved this problem already, Spez? Is it because you're out of touch and you aren't aware of the problem? Is it because Reddit is a bloated mess and they can't ship products? No, I think the real issue is that Reddit is held hostage by the negativity and toxicity of its user base, and it doesn't really have the freedom to make bold and important and transformative decisions that could save the company. If you agree...
You, Spez, has been awfully quiet since this one dropped. The former Reddit mod Stale2000 has threatened Charlie, aka Moist Critical.
That is like I could just destroy Charlie by doing this. Oh shit! Like, do I do this? Two. Destroy Charlie. That is like
With what? What was the plan to destroy Charlie? Hold on, there's a drama Reddit. Threaten Charlie. What does anybody? What's the threat? What's the plan? Chat, should I destroy Moist Critical? Reddit mods should be treated like influencers and celebrities. And then somebody posted this on r/nottheonion, which is a subreddit for stories that are so funny or weird that you would think they're satire, but they're not satire, they're real life. And then the moderators took it down because they said that it's like satire and you're not allowed to post actual satire. But there's no evidence that I've seen anywhere that that guy's not being 100% serious and real. I get why you would think it's satire, but it's actually just Destiny's strongest soldier. Just sweep it up, Janny. Dude really says mods have real power and that they should be treated like celebrities. He wants Reddit to set up infrastructure and have lawyers set up for mods to get brand deals and shit. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool, but just sweep it up, Janny. Has you Spez responded? Oh, wait, this is on Not the Onion. You know what? I don't care. He probably didn't. So that's your show. That's your show for today. Thank you guys for watching. I'll be doing a gaming stream tonight. I think I'm going to go back and play some more Metal Gear Snake Eater Delta or whatever it's called. You guys enjoy your Monday, and I'll be back tomorrow morning as well with another show. I will catch you on the flip side. Peace out.